Good morning, everybody, and once again, welcome back in today's class. Today, we are on the day number 20 of our class and going to pick up few more things in the discussion. So, we saw that what is risk assessment, and yesterday we saw about the appetite as well, that where you can go and set the appetite. The fields which we saw in the appetite was read only will work when we do the assessment, and then the results come automatically. Okay, so there's a number of things that can be happen outside ServiceNow as well, and few things can be happen in ServiceNow as well. Okay, so if I give you the crunch of this appetite part, so I can say mainly being a risk manager, we have to be set that what is the tolerance value and what is the appetite value for us, for the company, and then we can do the assessment, and on the basis of the assessment it will generate everything for us. Okay, let me see if I can show you or I can build something more on that part. Yes, I'm just checking my previous notes as well. Appetite. Yes, that's what we discuss. We say appetite, go to properties, change the properties. That's fine. We have done that particular part. And then we say that on the risk level, we've done that particular part as well. I'm not doing anything on the screen as of now, so don't worry. I'm just checking my notes and taking mark that yes, we have done discuss this part. And yes, okay. So this is what we discuss now. Now we have four topics to be discussed: indicators, metrics, events, and privacy assessment, and the workspace. Something new has been come now. Now the thing is that what ServiceNow says, indicators are used to check the performance of your controls or the risk. The good part or the bad part, I can say that you can apply indicators only at one point. Means if I just go back here and show you. Yes. So indicator, as we saw, that indicator tell that how you're doing with your control and objectives, like testing it, checking it mainly. Okay. The one thing which is important in here, you can apply indicator either on the controls or either on the risk, not on the both. So if I go back here and open my risk workspace, go here. There is nothing called indicators here. The reason being because with the advanced advanced risk assessment, there is another concept given by ServiceNow that is called the metrics. So either you can use the metrics, either you can use the indicators. What we have to do if I want to use the indicator? go to advanced properties and click here and until this box. So yesterday when I was doing the metric part, I enable this property. It say migrate to metrics from the indicators. Might be a company is not that much mature, a small company, so they want to just use the indicators. Now I click on the save. And now if I go back, workspace, risk workspace here, and now I can see indicators, which was not available earlier. So I will create the indicator template. It is this concept is similar what we have done in the compliance. Click new and LNG together is my indicator template. It's a risk indicator. Yes. Okay. Active true method. Definitely 3 types of indicators we can do: manual, basic, and script. Manual means where a user need to give the inputs manually. Basics, which can be collected from the different tables, and scripting via script part. Okay. Target type, count. 2. Pass. This is what we did in the control as well. Let's do the indication. Then schedule daily, weekly. I said daily. Due duration 5 days. Next is 27. Settings. In which domain you want to do it. IT risk or privacy. I said IT risk and compliance. And save. And now you have to be link this with the control objective or the risk statement. See, it's a slash. Either you can link with risk, either you can link with the control, but not the both. So you can do it from here as well. Add risk statements. I said we have also risk statement, right? What was our risk statement name? Oh, our was something different. Let me take this thing. Remove filter and now try. Let's say I want to be linked with inadequate, this one. If you have more, you can add more as well. Platform independent. Add. Now, when you edit this, these are the 2 risk statement examples. This one. Indicators are being updated for all the risk. What risk it has, indicators will be updated. Now click on the save. See? So this risk statement has entities and then entities has a risk. So you can see it has been enabled on entities as well. Save. Now, what we can do? Next part, we'll do the integration testing. So I can pick up this entity, like say Informatica. Record type entity, details is this, entity type is this. Risk assessment, there is no risk assessment has been attached for this one. And policy exception, everything is there, but there's a no risk assessment has been attached. Now, what is important here, if you notice, one thing is that you are able to see this option, initiate privacy assessment. What this mean and why this has been used? Any idea, anybody? What is privacy assessment? Anybody, any thought? Tell me, please. The privacy assessment mainly is used when you're running your risk on some kind of a personal data of a user or of a company. Like few days back, I was doing a workshop. Okay. And we were discussing on the user data. Normal, everybody knows that user data is the basic one, is the first one which we have to discuss it. Okay. Then my customer says, hey, Atul, we don't want to show, or we don't want to be capture gender of a user. So gender is a field in the user table. I said, any specific reason? Gender is considered as a personal information. PII standards, I can say. This is gender is a personal information, so we cannot record this. So I have to be hide that field from the form itself. And I said, okay, let's not make it mandatory. And we will not do anything on this particular part. Okay, so this is what the personal information, which risk manager want to be handle it, to be listen it, to be see it. So we will initiate the details, initiate privacy one, send privacy assessment, classification, initial assessment or all. I said initial assessment, all assessment for the privacy one, smart assessment template. ServiceNow give few out of the box privacy assessment template as well. So where it has been coming now? If I just open this window in another this tab, another one. So if you go back here, workspace, you find one more privacy workspace. Or not this one. Let me show you, sorry, not this one. Go to workspace and assessment workspace. And here you will find a template. देखो ये रहा. This is privacy impact assessment template used to evaluate and address privacy risk in the project of the handle of personal data. Because I don't want that anybody in my organization will see any personal data. Then we use this assessment as well, because assessment to karna hai hame. So we'll go this one. Assign to Dolly, this one. Then due date is 30th. Click send. Initiated privacy assessment generated, duplicate assessment will not generate it. Now, as of now, no other assessment will be generated. This mean is this. Save. The following is important class. This one. This is this one. Informatica honor is this location and this is this. Save. Now who is? Let's impersonate with Dolly. In the risk, assessments play a very vital role. And now impersonate and go to ECS portal. But it's not showing anything to her because she don't have a access for the risk stuff. So it means an impersonation we have to give the role to Dolly to do the assessment. So what I'll do, go to here, user admin. Now if I want, I can give this rule or I can do this activity without showing you this thing. This one. देखो इसको वास्तव को rule in it से end user. Edit. See, privacy. Privacy case admin, analyst, business, or this privacy developer, privacy business user. Not this one. And privacy responder. Save. And now let's impersonate it. She's able to see something. Not let's go here. Or let's go to ECS portal and refresh now. She might need GRC role. Okay, now you can see. Still not able to see the GRC assessments. Why? Let's go back here and see. Because she should be able to see GRC task. But there's nothing is there. It means assessment created, but it did not send it to her. Go to risk assessment, risk workspace. Entities. And we do know what was entity name which we were working. Informatica. This one. Type. Privacy assessment. See, is in the draft state. So how do you show? Click. Details are this one. That's fine. Update state. Assigned. Yes. And submit. Now it is assigned state. Now if I impersonate, and go back here. See. And now she will do the assessment. Start. Yes. And she need to be answer it. See. Journal. Provide brief about the product. It is for male and female. Because it's a personal information something. What is the business unit is going to be use it? IT. What is the department that will be part of process? LNG. Next. Data this process involve personal data, yes or no? Yes. Whose information being processed? User type. Customer, employee, others. Customers, employee. So mainly a company who deal in the credit cards, health areas, health domain, or life sciences kind of things, they have to do this privacy assessment. What are capturing it? Full name, date of birth, age, gender, nationality, birthplace, account number, credit card. Select data storage type. Actually, it should be both. specify the range of user who is registered in this part. How many means how many users you're collecting? 0 to 49. Next. So you can see the assessment is going on. And this is again running from the smart assessment engine only. Does this data product analysis influence key decisions? Yes. Might be if there's the more male and more users from the age of 20 to 25, it can impact. Impactful decision autonomously, yes. I'm just putting this random one. No. Yes. 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 This is all designed in the assessment. And next now. So provide the key stakeholders information. Who is accountable for this? Accountable is Abraham Lincoln. Who is responsible for this? Responsible is Able Tutor. It's a RASI model so that we know that who is be accessing this data. Who is consulted with this? Adam. Who must inform? Helen. Next. No. And now submit it. Now this has been submitted. I'll end impersonation now. And you can go to the either risk or either you can go to the privacy workspace. And you can see here as well. Authority. Okay, this is my workspace. So I'll go back to the risk workspace. Sorry. Go here. Entities is Informatica. And this is my privacy assessment. And now it's in the review phase. Now in the review phase, it will be reviewed. Question is completed. And once it's been reviewed, to whom you want to be sent the review? No, I don't want to send it to this. I want to send it to the other than this, it cannot send. Okay. Please review. Request. And now, once it has been reviewed, so again, if you go back to Dolly, you can review it and you can verify that yes, everything has been done properly, and then you can proceed further. So the purpose of bringing these two concepts here, one is indicator and one is privacy, is that in risk management, privacy is also important to verify that what data we are gathering, what we're evaluating, what we're taking, and how it is going to be impacted. And that we cannot do with the inherent risk or the resolution risk. That is complete in the privacy statement part. Clear? So if you just go back again, impersonate. Dolly, and if you go back again here, let's say this thing, assessment done, it's again work in progress. So sending for the review, resume, and now it's all done. Review means review, just to go back to for the review that okay, verify everything is fine or not. Submit it. Okay. Can we do something here? No. Just end impersonation. Come back here. refresh, and risk workspace. Nothing is there. Chalo. Then entities and Informatica. Privacy assessment. Review done. View assessment. If you want to be see, because I don't have a role, so I cannot see this assessment. And update state. Close complete. Yes. So assessment has been done now. Because it don't have anything kind risk control or risk is not attached here, so it's not showing anything to me. Details you can see, and if you want to see any outcome kind of things, because there's no control, no risk, so there's no outcome as well. And so we started from the indicator and we added doesn't mean that indicator will, when we have indicator only then the privacy assessment work. No, it's not like that. Privacy assessment can be work without indicator as well. So indicator we just used. Indicator isme. Or let me show you something this side. Statement. Entity type additional. This is indicator template. So I can add indicator template, this one. Add. And now indicator is being updated for all the risk. Take a few minutes. Save. Is anything else? No. It should update something. And then we can do our indicators, and indicator will create a indicator task for me. देखो ये आ गया indicator में, this one. And this is what we have done. This is my indicator, and now you can execute it. If you execute, a task will create it. Same concept which we have for this thing. So indicator, you can see the task. And then you go into the task, assign to able tutor can go and update it and share that information. And then pass and fail will be updated. Same thing what we have done for our risk and compliance. The only thing which is important to be remembered is that indicators either work on the control objectives or either work on the risk, but not on the both at a given point of time. Clear everybody till this point? Doubt, question, clarification? Anybody, any doubt, question? Good. Now I'm coming to the next topic that is called the metrics. Metrics. What is the meaning of the metrics? Anybody know? This is the old concept in service now. So nothing new. Metrics says when you want to measure something. If this is the case, then what is the difference between indicator and the metrics? So service now say either you can use in risk management, I'm saying either you can use the metrics. So if you say here, you are unable to, no, you're not able to see anything on the metric part. See, nothing called metrics. It is there, but it will not work because we have an indicator enabled as of now. So what I will do, I will go in the favorite and open the properties, and I will enable this thing. Like we have advanced risk, same manner. So metric is like a next step to the indicators. Okay. And the major difference between metric is that metric is used to monitor, indicator is used to monitor the control, where metric is used to measure the control, that how effective it is. So now if you see, when this indicator task created, user will go and update the task. It's monitoring it. But how successful my control is, that is my metric measurement. So that has been done under the metrics. So what I'll do, I'll migrate metrics from indicators. That I don't want to use the indicators, I want to use the metric. Click save. And now if you go back in the workspace, click on the risk workspace and come here. And now you can see library indicators are gone from here. Only metrics are showing. No indicators are showing here because if you remember that we in the risk, we have a classical risk assessment and the advanced risk. So when we enable this property, we go to the advanced risk. Same thing is applicable here as well. Also, in the indicator, we need the sample data, like we say 2, 3, 4, 5, 50%, 60%. But in metrics, no sample data is required. Okay. Indicator says it's pass or fail. Matrix is like an aggregation, sum, average, maximum, minimum kind of things given by the matrix. Okay. So few words about matrix is this one. It is a way to measure that how effectively, how good your risk or control is working. In matrix, three things are important: KRIs, KCIs, and KPIs. When you want, because I can say indicator is only at the one stage, either control, either risk, but metric can be the both. So if you want to measure something on the risk side, then use KRIs. If you want to do something on the risk side, control side, use KCIs. And if you want to see the overall effectiveness, use KPIs. So metric definition, risk statement or risk is KRI. Metric definition, risk entity type and entity is metric is KPI. See, when you go on the risk level, it is KRI. When you go on the entity level, it is a KPI. When you go on the control level, it is a KCI. This is, we as a business need to discuss with customer that what you want to measure it. Do you want to measure risk? You want to measure compliance, or you want to measure the entity performances? To do this particular part, we'll go back again here, and now you can see the metrics. So let me minimize this one. Now metrics also have the three types. It can be manual, automated, and calculated. मतलब कि either it is a factor, either it is an indicator, either it is a metric. It is three fundamentals, three principles: manual, automated, calculated. Manual, where a user need to give the data manually. Automated, you can collect the data, the system can collect the data from the tables. And calculated, for the calculation perspective. Automation plus metrics, manual, both combine and give a efficiency. So now I'll create one metric, a manual. What we're going to do, we're going to create a metric definition first. Like in the SLA, we have a SLA definition. In the metrics, we have a metric definition. Click on new. Name. Loss of missing LNG class. I want to measure it that if someone in this class is missing continuously, what loss he or she will have. I can put same in the description. Now you want to measure it quantitative or qualitative. I said I want to go for the quantitative. You cannot go for the both, number one. If you say qualitative, then it is KPI, KRI or KCI. You want to go for the entity level, risk level and control level. I want to go, let's say I want to go for the risk level. देखो वो हट गया. See, if I select this, it's gone. Only KPI can be quantitative, qualitative. If I say quantitative, then I have these many things. Because in the quantitative, you have, I want to do sum, unit, percentage, numbers, wow, currency. I want to say number. Precision. Do you want to go for the round figure like 0.2, 0, 10.2, 10.3, or you want to go for the as a round figure 0? I want to go for round figure 0. Class is KPI और KRI. देखो KRI हुआ तो ये भी हट गया. Let's say KRI. Frequency, daily, weekly. I want to do it daily. First one is today. Data collection. Because metrics is like if you calculate the data only, then you can use it or you can get the results. But if I want to say that how this class is behaving, is learning, until unless I will not ask the question to everybody in this class, I cannot measure my performance. So data collection, data honor assignment type, simple or advanced. I get simple. Do you want to collect the data from the user or the group? I said it's a user. Who is the data owner for this one? I can say able tutor. Instruction. Please ask these questions to team. Just giving this statement. Do you need any approval? I said yes. Whose approval? Is Abraham Lincoln. Because once a metric will run, a metric task will get generated. Ultimately work किस पे हो रहा है? Task पे हो रहा है. Now metric properties. It's a manual or automated? It's a manual. Due date offset. Number of days after end date with metric data can become overdue. 5. Enterprise owner type. Who is from the enterprise level? Who is owning it? I said user. Direction. Minimize, maximize, or milestone. What this mean? Do you want to see the metric go up and down? Let's say I collected a data on the day 1 from you, then day 5, then day 10, day 15, day 20. I want to see kind of a graphical format. I said I want to go for the direction as maximize. Nature. Leading, lagging, or current. Are you going up, going down, or just current status? I said current status. Group. How you want to group your these things? Metrics. exposure, failure indicators, or stress. See, they're using the word indicators only. If you see these definitions, but they converted the indicator to the metrics. So definition तो वही है इसका मतलब. I want to be see failure indicators. Any subgroup? No. Reporting classification? Nothing. Is it a key metric? Yes. Save. And now you can see, because this is a risk, KRI. So it's generating the KRI part for me. Risk. If I change to the KCI and save, see. So what it's showing? Overview from see. Any control you added? If you want, let's say I want to go for the risk only. Details, sorry. KRI. And if you put the KPI, definitely multiple things has been changed now. Or let's say save. So it's showing entities. Let's say go to entity only. Entity type. It's my LNG1, right? This is what our entity type. LNG PPC. Add. Do you want to run this one? Let me save. Do you want to run this particular metric for every entity or limited one? I said for limited one. What we can do, Pamela is there, right? Yep. Add. Now metric. In this, these two metrics will be attached. Threshold. Let's add a threshold that if this is going less, but see, it is why it is coming, because it is not created by me. It is some different metric which I assign to this one. Now set the threshold. Static or dynamic? Static. Varied from this to this, because I'm collecting the data for the last within the 5 days. Threshold value is 10. Successfully added one item. Let me save it. Why it's not appearing it here? Come on. And then metric definition data. When you collect the metric, the data will be coming here. And now execute. All the metrics for the metric definition are executed. If aggregation method is specified, then metric definition will be created the latest time. Now open this. Kangya metric. Not have it. Let me go back here. We done the execute, right? अच्छा देखो ये रहा. नहीं ये तो sorry. We'll see LNG together. Start with LNG together. Ready? Acha, so what we are going to do now, sorry, I missed out one step. This is my entity. And now I'm going to create a metric for this entity. New. Entity, PAMA, LNG. Which metric definition want to do? I want to do. Why it's not showing our metric? Why it's showing the loss one? Let me go back here. and matrix, create new. Did we save our metric or is manual? Definition, and let me search. Loss of missing LNG. This is, come on, we are doing the right thing. Nobody says that we're on the right track. I thought it started with the LNG. So now if I refresh it and remove this one, ये देखो ये रहा. My entity is start with query. Now open this one. And now you can see the task is there. And you can see metric data. This one. Now assigned to able tutor. Let me go and work with the able tutor. But is able need any kind of access? Let's see first impersonating able. Risk. Sorry. Task. My pending task. See metric data task. Loss of missing this thing. But he need to be do the metric entity is Pamela. I don't want to do her to be everything, just to do for the Pamela. अरे यार इसका ना कुछ प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है इसमें. इट्स नॉट एबल टू सर्च इट. Wait, in progress. Remove this. यहाँ देखता रुको. और starts with service now introduce some this ranges and it's creating a problem for me now. Let me do one thing. Let do just what we can do here. See, task for loss of missing LNG class for this means our record is Pamela is also there, but we're not able to find it. Let me say contains. Yeah, good. Open this. And now see part of this metric data task ignore because insufficient access. Move to in progress. And save. I let the following metric data is important to be filled. Metric data. How many data we have collected? 10 records we have collected, or 10 things we have done. I acknowledge that I have reviewed and response evidence attached. See, because this is a manual task, so user need to put this data manually. That today I interviewed 2 people in my batch. Tomorrow I interview 2 more in my batch. So I can put value 2 here and I can attach the evidences. This is what the manual part. And if you remember, when we do this thing, indicated task as well, we done the manual part. In the manual, we have to be put the attachments, evidences as well. I click on save. Metadata, the 10 records has been evaluated and now request for approval. You can add the required data here. Awaiting approval, assigned to. Let me save and see to whom it has been assigned now. Approval, Abraham Lincoln. Let's go and impersonate Abraham. Same thing, go to this workspace, go to task, Go to approval, and now you can see metric data task. Need my approval. Okay, इसके पास access नहीं है. So we have to give metrics definition access to Abraham Lincoln. Let me do this thing. Because यहाँ पर roles play a very vital role. And we can see this thing that yes, without a role, user is not able to move forward. User admin, user Abraham, and let me give a role. देखो, metric, manager, admin, and this thing I said metric, manager or user, and save. Now impersonate Abraham. Go back in the workspace, and now you can see this. अरे अभी भी दिख रहा है इसको. SN due date. Some query is running on the due date. It's creating a problem. Let me do one thing. Let me see if I can do from as an admin here and go to the risk workspace. नहीं, मेरे पास तो कुछ नहीं है. All groups. No, I'm not be responsible, so I cannot be do this. So it means until unless someone delegated manually, I'm not able to see the data here. I can say, okay, let me show for everybody, all groups, but it is not showing me here. So if I go back here in the metric, manual, and where is my definition? Loss of missing LNG class. This metric data अभी एक ही है क्योंकि जो सेकंड है वो शुरू नहीं हुआ. Metric was on Pamela. Task, but is waiting for the approval now. So until unless this task will not get completed, चलो मैं यहाँ से approve करके देखूं क्या. Let me approve it. हाँ, I can admit I can approve now, and I can add comment. Agreed on the 10 data. Now approved. Go back here and save. It's closed. Now go back on the metric, this one, and save. कहाँ गया जिसमें वो aggregate का option दिख रहा था. मैं metric, this thing, this one now, aggregate. So it will run in the background and hopefully it will update my data here. Why it's not showing the value here? 10. State pending. Why pending? We have done everything for this one. It should show the state complete. अच्छा, manual है ना, value 10. Sorry, automated होता है, it should get updated automatically. Value 10. And then I can pending to completed. Done. So now by this way, I can bring my data and I can see it. So now if I come back here, you can see this thing. Let's aggregate now. Anything invalid update because everything has been done. Now let me save this. Clear everybody? This is what the metric do at the overall level. So we have these two slides, manual we see. In the automated, go back here and click on the automated. Click on the new LNG class. Unit is number. Aggregation method is average. And here basic is this, and which table you want to do it. I want to collect from the sys approval table. So you can collect the data from the sys approval table and then it will be added automatically. Or might be user table or incident table kind of things, you can pick it up. This is the only benefit, is that basics work when we have a automation of the data collection. Sys approval. And then we can define the conditions that for which date to which date it should work. It's a sys approval, I guess, not sys underscore. Well, let's say change underscore request. So we can do this particular part. Yep. Now change request. Count what field I can say have a assigned to. Count applies to field this. And then you can put the details and save it. Frequency is important. Okay. कहाँ गया frequency? This one. Daily. Now it's an automated one. Just add your entity types, metrics, create automatically, and metric definition will be get collected. So if I put my entities, let's say companies and the data center business services. Now I can add the metric entity for these things. Intech, Logitech, Sun, and this thing. Add. And now save. We already have a matrix, so add a metric. So after this thing, metric definition, we had to create the metric as well, even though it should create it automatically. Not sure what, now it's coming. See. And now execute. So all metrics and definition will be executed now. So for all this, the task will get created automatically. Task नहीं है, task अपने आप हो जाएंगे, task की requirement नहीं है, because it's a automated one, not the manual one. See, completed. Execute again. Tick. So now if I go back here, I can see my data. Pending, and it's aggregate also. So if I have multiple records, so now if I go back here in the metric class of Intel, metric data completed. क्योंकि zero value वाले कुछ है ही नहीं, हमने we did not pick up the right classes. So you can see here that what it is behaving. In the overview, you can see metric data is this one. If I go back here in the overview, because it's all about the 00 data. So, and we say it's an average. अब 0 का average तो 0 ही रहेगा, उसमें तो कुछ होगा नहीं. So by this way, we can do our automated metrics. Clear everybody? Doubt, question, clarification? आप लोग क्वेश्चन नहीं पूछते. I doubt that I'm teaching well or I'm not teaching good. Sai, Hemant, Mahesh, Sonam, Vinod, Hassan, Anu, Manish. Good. If no question, then good to go. So now we have done this particular part. So if you see the overall picture, metric definition, we have to put the property. Under metric definition, you have manual and automated. You can put the property, you can put the schedule, you can put the methods, and you can put the target and the thresholds. Then metrics to the risk statement of the control. KRI or KPIs. Sorry, KRIs or KCIs. So what this mean? So here we select the type, and here we say that I want to run the metric only on these 4 metrics out of these types. That is the reason that it's showing only 4 here, because one I do it from the company, one I'll pick from the business service, one for the service center only. When this will run again tomorrow, so we'll see one more entry here. Might be I get 2 records, 3 records, then it will be evaluated the things for me. So you can do the risk statements. We done what type of metric we done? We done the KPIs, I guess. Classes KPI. See, if you do this one for the KRI, you have to be select this thing. So now you can see metric definition. If I go for the workflow definition, manual or automated. Manual hai, so you have to get the metrics like this, and then metric data task, and task have a this thing. But if it is automated, only metric and metric data. So we see the example of the automated now, and we see the example of the manual as well. Let's see if do we have anything on this part. So loss, right? Details, it is for KPI. If I change this, so if I go back here again and click on the new, I want to go for the class called KRIs. The only thing is that in the left side, I need to be select the risk, not the entities. LNG KRIs. Aggregation method, sum unit, percentage, frequency, daily, simple data owner, this one, and save. So instructions, save. And now you can see I have to be at the risk statement. What is my risk statement? I can see it here. Contains LNG. Risk statement क्या था हमारा? LNG था नहीं था. I have to see that what is statement we use. So let's say I'm using this risk statement, because in the risk statement we have the entities as well, so it's automatically come. What risk you want to be add, and then you can go for the metrics and metric definition data, that what you want to be collected. So in the risk statement, I want to be go loss of availability and this one. Save. Metric get created. Data need to be collected. So now come back here, save and execute. Open it. Task will be there. Or if you want, you can create ad hoc task as well. Might we need one more task. I want to measure 2 times in a day now. I can create the ad hoc task. So task is there, able tutor, metric data need to be updated. So in this, if you notice in this picture, everything need to be done manually. Metric data task and then metric data need to be updated manually. But in this, things come automatically. And the overall process, new, in progress, awaiting approval and closed. This is what we see. So manual mein, if you see this part manual, metric manager who created the metric, manual, automated or manual, define KRIs, KPIs, KCI. Then metric user received notification in progress, breached threshold. Threshold means I'm looking for threshold 5, but it is just 15 or 10, 5 or 10. Then you have to give the justification as well. Approval required, yes. Approve, reject, metric data task is closed and a report will be there. So we see the metric task as well. Clear, everybody? Doubt, question, clarification? Good. If no doubt, let me stop recording and take attendance now.